What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the internet where your cesspool is my jacuzzi. My name is Neidigh, and I have been way too busy lately. I was looking through Reddit today, as I usually do, and I came across some subreddits that show basically stories of men and women taking the worst approach they could possibly take when trying to hit on someone or ask someone out or whatever. And a lot of these are just ridiculous. On the bright side, it makes me feel better about my inability to flirt or embarrassing memories of trying. Let's take a look. All right. This post is from This Guy Has Thumbs, and it's titled Acquaintance of 2 Years Never Showed Any Red Flags in Public or in chats until yesterday, completely unprovoked. They said, I'm happy to share more of what occurred in the weeks leading up to this to show that there was absolutely no indication that he was like this. We met at an arcade and have mutual friends. Our only chats have been about the arcade or video games, never anything close to flirting. Is that not how you guys flirt? I mean, so you can see that when things started to turn, I was confused. I genuinely thought that this could be a joke, and I did not want to overreact, but I literally have a fever and an incredibly bad sore throat, a stuffy nose, and body aches, and I feel horrible. It was so incredibly triggering to be talked to this way, especially while I'm under the weather. Stuff like this is a big reason why I've remained single since my divorce. And they've included some screenshots here, so we're going to take a look at that. All right. The guy says, yo. Then he tries to call her. He says, yo again. He says, yo, again. She hasn't responded. He's done this 3 times within 8 hours or so. She says, what's up? He says, nothing exciting right now. What are you doing? Just got off work. Gonna take my meds and relax, lol. It's Saturday. Come hang out. You can relax here. Ha ha ha, no. I'm sick as hell. He says, what's wrong? Just got some kind of bug. It's going around. Sore throat, coughing, and sneezing. The throat bug? I guess so. You need a throat massage. LOL, I don't think so. Oh my god. And he goes full douchebag right away here. Are you a doctor? That's what you need. What's your address? I'm gonna come and give you one. It'll be fun. Hurry up. She says, I think my fever is too high to be able to tell if this is just a silly joke. He said, you won't really know until it's in your throat. It'll be better because your throat will be hot. Give me your damn address and stop fooling around. Yeah, this is the worst approach ever. I think you must be confused about who you're talking to. Nope, you do want to have fun, right? Absolutely not. I will not entertain being spoken to this way when I'm sick, and honestly, even when I'm not sick. The disregard for how I'm feeling right now, though, is a huge red flag. To be clear, I am not interested. You are not welcome here. Have a good night. Oh, come on. You're just acting shy. What's your address? I'll be there right away. You need some fun. It'll feel really good. Ugh. Ew. 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 I don't think anyone would ever go for that. And I'm curious as to whether or not he's tried this approach with other women, or like if he's spoken to another human woman. Doesn't seem like it. She says, I could not have been more clear. You are not welcome here. I will not be doing anything of any kind with you. He says, so you don't want to be played with right now. What are you not getting, man? Not now, not ever. Ha! Yeah, right. You're a woman. Women love to be pinched and squeezed and stuffed. Oh my god. Stop wasting time, baby. Let me stuff you. Ugh. Okay, next time I see you, I'll pinch your nipples then. Don't moan too loud, okay? Admit it, you want me to be sucking your nipples right now? Oh god, I almost can't even read this. This guy's, ew. Give me your fucking address now. Wow, I'll go ahead and block you so you won't keep embarrassing yourself. To be clear again, 1, I am not shy, I'm not playing hard to get, and I am not interested in the slightest. 2, any further attempts to obtain my address will be considered harassment and reported as such. 3, if you see me in public and touch me, please remember Florida is a stand your ground state and I will protect myself accordingly. Well, good. Ugh, of course it's from Florida. Everything weird happens here. Not that there aren't strange guys and girls everywhere, but like, of course he's from Florida. Like, this lady sounds like she'd rather have her nipples pinched by a pair of garden shears than this guy, and he's still not getting it. The next post is from Crunchy Pancake 31, and it's called Creepy Guy I Met in Group Therapy. Oh boy. So I met this guy in group therapy. We rarely spoke. He just knew I lived in a certain town. He ran into me at the grocery store once, which was innocent probably. Then he found me on Facebook, which is odd because he didn't know my last name, and my first name is different on Facebook. What? He started messaging me through Facebook, which was innocent at first. We ran into each other at group therapy, and after that, he constantly messaged me throughout the day. I barely responded to him, adding something in now and then. He started calling me honey or hun because he's a dad, and that's what he calls his little girls. Oh, that's that's a little weird. I mean, then after hours of constant messages, he sends me a Google map of his house to my address, which I never gave him. Okay. After a few more of his messages, I tell him that he's starting to creep me out. Then he gets mad and tries to gaslight me into thinking there's something wrong with me for finding that creepy. Oh boy. Okay. And she includes a screenshot here of some messages he sent her. You think you're just gonna roll through life like that? Ain't gonna happen. So respond and connect. Don't go through the BS motions. And don't tell me, oh, I was sleeping. F you, Alyssa. Wake the fuck up and respond. Wow. Like, at what point when this comes out of someone's mouth or when somebody types this to a woman, do they think, oh, she's definitely going to want to sleep with me now? I'm so mad at you. I thought you were different. Like, cool. I really liked you in IOP and thought that chick's cool. I want to get to know her. And if you guys don't know, IOP is intensive outpatient therapy. So it sounds like they were in the same program. It's like an alternative to hospitalization for a lot of people, or just some people have more intense needs as far as like mental health counseling and appointments and stuff goes. So they go to an IOP rather than being in the hospital. And it's okay if you're through things I just imagine. And of course I know, but I'm a nice person looking for a friend. What? What? I don't think IOP is where you get it. What? I I don't think he even knows what he's saying. Like, this guy might be in an IOP, but he is not taking his meds. And of course, she didn't respond at any point in time during that rant. Somebody in the comments says, you need to talk to the group leader and show them these texts. And she says, I did, and she had my back. She was going to talk to him, but then he mysteriously never showed up. Haven't heard from him since. Well, I'm glad he never showed back up. Jeez. Oh boy, here's a common one. The title is Just Give Me a Smile. And this is from Queen Cluckers the Third. Today had been stressful. Work was a mess. So when I got off, I threw on a hoodie and went to get some food from my favorite cheap ass fast food place. Now I wasn't really paying attention and threw on the hoodie that says cannibalism, which was the best decision I've ever made. I can't say I've ever seen a hoodie with that on it, but cool if that's what you're into. I'm just kidding. I'm not cool with cannibalism. Please don't eat each other. I was scowling when I pulled up. The line in the drive-thru was long, so I just parked and went inside. At the door was this guy, maybe a little older than me, holding the door shut. Are you going in, or are you going to read me a fucking riddle? I snapped. He just smiled. I'll let you in if you give me a smile. Oh my god, you're holding her captive? Well, I guess not captive because she's outside, right? But honestly, this man's outside of a random fast food establishment, like holding the door closed until a lady smiles at him. Like that's a little oh no. So I gave him my most menacing smile. I have large dark spots under my eyes which are already inset, so I know I looked the part. His smile faltered as he held open the door for me. Thanks, I leered. I ordered first, with him staying a bit behind me. Once I got my receipt, I backed up to read, which is when this asshole decided to make my day. What do your parents think of your hoodie? She says, I know I look 17, but I'm 24. So she said to him, they're dead, so it doesn't matter. Oh no, I'm sorry. How did that happen? Book closed. Fine, I'll play. A small smile creeps onto my face. My mom fell down a flight of stairs. My smile grew. Dad was mauled by a bear on a camping trip. So this person is like creepily smiling at the guy while she explains these deaths of her family members, which I don't think are real, by the way. So she's like, my mom fell down a flight of stairs. My smile grew. Oh god, how do you smile bigger than that? Dad was mauled by a bear on a camping trip. His face fell while my smile grew. Well, then who raised you? My grandparents. My grandma died to heart failure. Doctors say it was due to a high salt intake. Grandpa went soon after. A broken heart, they said. It's a shame they don't always do autopsies on old people. Work of art, that one was. Then the guy says, any siblings? I was starting to get giddy. She says, my young sister fell on the concrete sidewalk at the park and cracked her skull. The damage was so bad they couldn't save her. My older brother ran his bike into traffic. Police say the brakes were frayed. Air quotes while I giggled. My order gets called while this man is staring at me horrified. Oh, shame. Looks like I'll be off. But hey, look me up if you get bored this weekend. I winked and left with my food. I like that one. I like that one. Our next story is from Curse_Geedier. I think I said that right. I don't know. Does this count as a nice guy? And then we have a series of texts. The nice guy says, question, are you gay? She says, lesbian. You said that you were lesbian. Girl, me too. What? She says, that's cool. He says, no, it's not, bro. You should be straight. Dicks were literally designed for a girl to like it. Okay. She says, okay, and I'm happier being a lesbian. He says, no, look, I get it, but your happiness, your peace, isn't your sexuality. You can be happy. You don't have to alter your sexuality because of it. Like, if I was your boyfriend, I'd make you happy for real. I don't want a boyfriend. He says, why? But we'd be perfect together. She says, I have a girlfriend and I don't feel any attraction to men. Well, you don't have to be attracted per se. You just have to feel dependent on a guy. What? What? I'm not into men. Bro, like, okay. I'm capable of taking care of myself. Let's say World War III happens and there are crazy people, radiated people running around. Radiated people? Is he talking about zombies? Is he really like, he's so desperate to get this lesbian woman to date him that he's now bringing zombies into the equation? Okay. Wouldn't it be nice to have a guy around who would emat shield for you? And then he corrects himself. Meat shield. What? She says, just go on somewhere. I'm not into guys. I don't want a fucking boyfriend. I'm happy with my girlfriend. He puts a sad face. That breaks my heart for real. She says, and go find someone else. He says, but I like girls who aren't into guys. They're cool, strong-willed. Oh, this guy's weird. She says, why are you trying to be like, oh, you should get with a guy? He says, because like you should, me, I'm that guy. How does this person actually think this is going to turn out? I've never seen anyone so desperate to be a meat shield. She says no, logically. And besides, most girls aren't like head over heels for men. Most women actually find most guys strange, even annoying. But these same women have boyfriends, I'm telling you. Okay, well, the women find most guys strange or even annoying because people like you talk to them. That's why. And those women have boyfriends because they do like men. They just don't like you. You don't have to be a perfect match to like a guy. She says, I have my reasons for not liking guys, so get out of my DMs. He says, I mean, I'm gonna guess it was because one or multiple of them bullied you or abused you. But like, that's a handful of guys. They don't speak for all of us. She says, just screw off. I'm happy with my girlfriend. He says, I mean, I get it. Really, I do. But like, wait, I have an idea. What if she was my girlfriend also? Like, both of y'all would be two girlfriends and a boyfriend just for fun. Oh, God. She says, again, I'm lesbian, not into guys in any way. I ain't dating you. I'm not into poly relationships. So go on. Somewhere. I mean, like, why though? I'll be honest. It makes me feel bad. Unwanted. Like, it's bad enough straight women are constantly shitting on men. It kind of hurts when a lesbian girl just, like, exists. I don't know. What? I've never met a human man who, talked to me like this, but if they did, they would be blocked immediately. She says, just go on. As I've stated before, I'm a lesbian. I don't like guys. He says, it makes me feel unwanted, and I refuse to be a footnote. Give me a chance, please. I refuse to be a footnote. Then find a straight woman. Jesus Christ. She says no again. I've said no multiple times. Just know that if we were in person, I'd have kissed you by now. Ew. During this, what part of this conversation makes you feel like there would have been an opening for a kiss? She says, yeah, and I would call that harassment. Now get the fuck out. Well, no, because it wouldn't be a sexual kiss. It would be on the cheek, a gentle one. Ew, ew, ew. Yeah, I don't want that. Now I'm blocking you. Have a nice day/night. He says, wait, no. And then he's blocked. The next story is from Physical Problem 948. I just wasn't comfortable with sharing where I live is the title. This started on r/teenagers on a post where he asked what everyone's favorite historical era was. I responded with mine, the Victorian era, and we proceeded to have a funny role playing joke, which led to him asking if I wanted to DM. At first, I was hesitant, but I decided it wouldn't hurt. I knew I was walking straight into the lion's den, but still agreed. I know, stupid. My dumbass didn't get the screenshots for it before blocking him. Okay. We talked back and forth about what we wanted to do after high school, but then he asked me where I lived. I don't know if me saying he was pushing me would be the right word, but it felt like that to me. I felt pressured. Eventually, after some time and giving him too many chances, I eventually blocked him. Here are the texts. Or here are the messages. So, where do you live? If you're at least somewhat comfortable. She says, not comfortable with sharing that just yet. Sorry. That seems over careful, not gonna lie. Well, I mean, I've only known you for what, 30 minutes, I think? Maybe 20 minutes? Wouldn't be wise to share where I live with someone I just met. He says, about 50 minutes. Oh, well, sign her up then. Better give me your social security number too. Well, I don't think I could do much with a rough think. I mean, I can already put guesses out there, but it would just be nice so I can nationally stereotype you, you know. What? She says, I don't know how to respond to that because who would know how to respond to that? He says, well, if you won't initiate, I will. I'm Austrian. There you go. You know my age, first name, rather rare, and country. You could probably track me down. You should track me down. That would be fun. What the fuck? Fine, if you won't let me stalk you, then I need you to stalk me. What the hell? She says, I don't appreciate you pushing me like this. If I don't want to share where I live, that's my choice. If I don't feel comfortable telling you, then I don't feel comfortable telling you. If you keep pushing me, I will block you. Seems reasonable. He says, go ahead and block me if you want me. Though right now I'm not pushing you. I'm sharing stuff and then rambling on like the autistic fuck I am. But I don't mind if that's what you want to do. I just think it's not the very best. What? This is not. No, 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 no. This is not because of autism. I'm sorry. No, this guy's just a dickhead. It's not a clinical problem, it's a personal one. She says, I too am on the spectrum, and I don't think using autism as a shield or an excuse is a good idea. Oh, she read my mind. Just saying, if you really want to know at least which continent I'm from, then please be patient with me. Can we please now change the subject? Yeah, I also want to change the subject, but if you look at everything I said after you not knowing how to respond, you'll see that I was just sharing because I feel comfortable, and then just saying a bit of unrelated stuff. But I don't want to pressure you too hard. Also, you didn't have to tell me you were on the spectrum. Not too hard to tell. What the hell, man? Now, though, I don't want to ask you about what you want to do in your free time because you probably don't feel comfortable telling me, so I'm just not gonna. That is so manipulative. That is so manipulative. He's trying to make her feel crazy for not wanting to tell him where she lives. So he's like saying things that are clearly, like poking fun at her, saying that she's clearly an unreasonable person. She says, I don't see your logic. And on that comment on it being easy to tell him I'm on the spectrum, not too cool, man. Come on, don't pretend like you aren't the cutout example of what a standard autist looks like online. What? I'm not getting those vibes at all, dude. So then she blocks him, and he messages her from another profile. That guy you blocked is the name of the account. And he says, it was me commenting on you being a typical autist. Really? Come on. Like, look at your own profile. Also, yes, I have this account for this one and only purpose, just to come back and bug people one last time. That's so weird. Well, there are some real weirdos out there, but that doesn't even begin to scratch the surface. So maybe we'll get into a little bit more of that later. Thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.